Hey, how you doing? Psychic Frank's Mystery School. Yeah, I've got the singing bowl. Hmm, I'm practicing. I'm practicing. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Well, welcome to Psychic Frank's Mystery School. My email address, psychicfrank1 at gmail.com. If you go to my YouTube show, it's Psychic Frank's Mystery School. You can't leave me a message. And I was walking somewhere in the city here, San Francisco, the other day, and a sweet lady stopped me, and we would talk. I don't know how we got to talking. Anyway, she mentioned that she liked my show, and she didn't know how she could why she can't say leave me a message at the end of my and somehow, excuse me, years ago that got blocked. I'm going to learn how to Zoom. I'm taking some classes. I'm trading a session for this kid in the building who know anybody in their 30s is a kid to me. 30s, 40s. When you're 75, it's funny how you know. Yeah, I feel they're younger. I'm younger than them, but that's another story. And Gabby Hayes. Yeah, Gabby, we're doing a show, honey. Okay. Oh, there's so much going on. Okay. First of all, this is the Mountain Astrologer. Yes, the Mountain Astrologer. Let's see what the cover looks like. Here it is for the next couple of months. And Diana Collis says about the Leo full moon, January 25th, 9:53 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, this is good. This is I do two shows a month for SF Commons via Bayvac here in San Francisco, and my first show didn't get aired as much as I wanted it to, but let it go. What can you do? Uh, yeah, so I did want. If you can see it on my YouTube I explained on the show I did the beginning of this month how what's going on is beyond phenomenal. It's paradigm changing. It's uh, it's uh, it's a whole new thing. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so yeah, what's happening on the 25th is the sun will be 5 degrees, the moon will be 5 degrees Leo, and the sun will be 5 degrees Aquarius. Yeah, so what's going on? And I'm going to go through all the signs of the zodiac and pick tarot cards for you guys. But I just wanted to get these dates. So if you have a pencil handy, you might want to jot down on the 19th. I have this little astrology thing because the bigger ones were all sold out. I was too late to get them. Gabby, darling, we're busy here. Yeah, so yeah, Pluto enters Aquarius on the 20th, 4:50 p.m. And then the sun enters Aquarius 6:07 a.m. So starting 6:07 a.m., the sun goes from 29 Capricorn to 0 Aquarius. Gabby, quiet, quiet, baby. Okay, and Pam Gregory, Kathy Rose, all the astrologists talk about 29 degrees is an anorexic. It's where the underworld, the most hideous secrets come up, for neutralization or cleansing. Yeah, and that's going to happen from September, again, from September through November. There's going to be 3 times there, and things could not be louder. We're getting, this is leaps, continuous shifts and leaps of consciousness is what 2024 is all about. And life-changing shifts. And Pam Gregory says her mantra is, I'm welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love. Yeah, getting in touch with our multidimensionality in a much clearer, bigger way. I'm having nonstop contemporary mystical experiences. A mystic isn't a special kind of human being, but every human being is a special kind of mystic. And our sense of oneness, so we're all mystic, we're all opening up. That's what Carl Jung said. The goal should be going for mysticism, because we're playing the infinite game. See, this is the finite game now, losing. It's over. It's all she wrote. You know. Okay, this is the death rattle. What's going on of the old used out. Debbie, that would be enough. That would be enough out of you. Okay, yeah. So senses are interconnectedness with animals, birds, trees, insects. Yeah, Gabby just wanted to be noticed. Yeah, there's a pretty bird. There's a pretty girl somewhere up there. Okay, so let's get to what's going on with the calendar. Okay, so this is where it all gets exciting. Here on the West Coast, 11:35 p.m., Friday night, the 26th of this month. So I'm taping this show on the 17th, Wednesday the 17th. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days before Uranus goes direct. 19 degrees Taurus. Yeah, so look for all you Taurus people now. I'm going to get to this, but when we pick the cards for you guys, when we get to Taurus, I'm going to go through all the signs of the zodiac. And then, so on the 20th, Sunday the 20th, early in the morning, 6:07, the sun leaves Capricorn and goes to Aquarius. So I believe 19th, Friday the 19th, there's always some big news thing, some big news. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, so that's the astrology there. The numerology is all about the United States of America is going and is our day and month is 11 or 2. So what we're doing is America is going to its the universal year is 8. The 7, the wisdom we got in 7, wisdom comes through pain, is now the power we universally get now in 8. And even souls don't really go for that. They go from spring to spring. Now, when in Rome, do as the Romans. It's time to, this is overlapping for the most part now. And for the United States of America, our 9 years is over. It's time for our 1. This is building a foundation this year. It's going to take us through the next 9 years. So that's the numerology. You want to add 8 to your day and month, reduce to 1 digit, and then reduce it to 1 digit from, unless it's 11, 22, you want to keep them master numbers. So that's the big thing now, the Leo full moon. Things couldn't be more emotional, but I gotta get this out of the way before I get to the cards. Right after 9/11, this Indian guy, I didn't write down his name, but I copied this I Xeroxed it or made copies of this way back 20-something years ago. Because in the foreword to this book called The Buddhist and the Terrorist was, Gabby, please stop that, okay? Yeah, we're busy. Later. She wants to come over and say hello. You want to come over and say hello? Oh, okay, and then you'll let me be. Come on, get up here. Come on, get over here. Okay, she's such a ham. You can stick cloves in her. Look, Gabby. Who's that? Do peekaboo, I see you. Gabby is the pretty bird. Kiss. Okay, now you're gonna let me do my show? Okay, gonna go back to your little place here. Okay, yeah, you're such a little ham. Okay. Hey, that's later. Here, have a cracker. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so Thomas More, not the contemporary Thomas More, who's still alive, living in Ireland. Care of the Soul, Soulmates. I love the guy. He was a Jesuit monk for 18 years and very Jungian. Uh, and uh, and he wrote the introduction, the foreword to this book, and it's called Holy Terror by Thomas More. And people who watch my show, I often explain, I don't know what it was, but in 1982, September 19th, 1982, I believe I died. I had this totally out of beyond experience, so I had a peak spiritual experience. Satori, I think I died and came back. I don't want to talk about it, but I came back changed. So changed, I thought I was a walk-in. Of course, Ruth Montgomery had, Gabby, we're busy. So Ruth Montgomery had written these books on walk-ins. Okay? Yeah. No, she needed her little bath, her little bird shower. That'll cool her off. Okay. So Thomas More, I have great respect for, and he talks all about holy terror. So in 1982, I experienced holy terror. It's a beautiful experience. I came back from wherever I was on the kitchen floor, shivering and tears running down my face, and I went right to the phone and called St. Mary's Hospital and checked into rehab. I mean, it was something. I went somewhere, and it was beautiful. I wanted to stay. It was the best, but they sent me back. They tricked me. No, they didn't trick me. I'm so grateful. They said, like Stevie Wonder. I'm so glad I got a chance to try it again. Yeah. So once I realized no one walked out, I had to develop. I had to go all through these rites of passages, and I'm still going through them to some extent. But the major ones are gone. Because I had been like until I was 30. In another hell bent on live fast, die young, leave a good corpse. Wasn't leaving a good corpse. So anyway, he says, when I was that close to dying, uh, I had this experience, and then they convinced me to come back. I must have some good karma. Anyway, so I know what holy terror is, and it's indescribable. He comes close to describing it here. He said, at the root, the word terror, quote unquote, means to quiver or tremble like a bird in the hand or a leaf in the wind on a tree. It is more than fear. Essentially, it is a profound awareness of the power of life itself. A psalm from the Bible says, the Lord Most High is terrible. And they said the ancient consecration of the church, they would sing, terrible is this place. The Lord, the source of life, truly inspires terror because life is so mysterious and overwhelming, and because it offers so much vitality and so much death. Yeah, it's a mystery that makes you tremble and fascinates you. The ultimate terror is a stark realization of the holiness and awesomeness of life. Wow, it's a beautiful experience. And I didn't plan it, and they say that's what happens. The last thing on my mind was, I don't know what it was, just to get out of here. I was so hell bent on self destruction, and finally the relief that the doctors told me it's going to last a week. Finally, it's going to be over. You want to laugh, make God laugh, tell her your plans. Okay, but everything is subject to human neurosis and psychosis. It's quite proper to tremble at the sight and feel of nature's beauty and power. But it's a travesty for anyone to force another to tremble at the sight of weapons and savagery. The most beneficial of things can be twisted into something dangerous and ugly. That's what's going on. That's what's going on in Gaza. That's what's going on in every war in Africa, Asia, China, Russia, especially in the Netherlands, Kosovo. Yeah, the whole bit. This people. And then it says the most beneficial of things can be twisted into something dangerous and ugly. What happens then? We usually add an ism to the word. Community becomes communism, nationality becomes nationalism, and terror becomes terrorism. Terrorism is a sacrilege. Our task is to respond by restoring the holiness of life's power. Humans are always trying to usurp the power of life for their own purposes. Parents, bad parents, do this to the kids all the time. Kids tremble in fear that, especially kids growing up with alcoholic parents. I was one of them. I was a product of a botched adoption. And as hideous as it was, I'm not condoning it. I wouldn't have changed a thing because I know so much now. I witnessed firsthand, yeah, this. This is what I'm telling you. Yeah, humans are always trying to usurp the power of life for their own purposes. Yeah, and then he goes on and on there, So that's my take on that. So those are all the big shifts. Nothing even remotely resembles what it looks like when Pluto. Oh yeah, there's one thing I found here. I was somehow found myself on Fillmore and Bush because I'm looking for this place that used to be on Valencia. They're on Church, Valencia. Now they reincarnated. Oh, places are moving all over the place, I guess, for rent shifts. And I couldn't believe how adorable is this. Because people are always asking me wherever I go, like, usually it's the cannabis dispensary or anywhere, the park I go to on Langston. And then carrying the cards, the big cards like this, it gets cumbersome, because the cardboard gets worn out. And this is metal. And then you open it up, and here's your cards. So here's the big ones and the little ones. Okay, well, we're going to use the big ones because these are way too little. I want you guys to strain your eyes. But I have these in my little bag, my little canvas bag, wherever I go now. This is my cell phone. I have no devices as long as I can. I have no need for them. Oh, yeah, I found this just a minute ago. The highest form of wisdom is kindness. The Talmuds say that. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Carl Jung said that. Okay. Okay, so let's get right to it. Aries people. I might have to refer to the full moon coming up on January 25th. Yeah, universally, that's going to be that's going to be, where's my pen? Yes, darling baby. What did I say? This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That will be a 6 universal, and then 8. Okay, let's see what we get now. Let's just get right to the cards. Okay, Lord. Let's get right to Aries people. You know who you are. Let's pick a couple of cards for Aries. One, and here's 2. Okay. Wow, you will not be contained. Look at this. You got the 4 of Wands. And there, you were for 18 years now. I mean, last time the North Node was in Aries. Perhaps it was you had more karma to burn off or whatever. The planets were where it was preparing you for where you are now. Aries is always me first, and I believe you had time to realize, no, it's in a group. There's no I in team. These two people are doing a little dance. They're coming out of, it's like, and they're off. I'm not going to go there, but they're off. And, it's time now. We're only like 3 months into this 18 months. So there's a good 15 more months left of the North Node in Aries. And I was just thinking too about the North Node going into Pisces as Neptune goes into Aries, because the North Node goes counterclockwise. So uh, that'll be interesting. There's going to be a whole spirituality, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama said, the 21st century will be spiritual or it won't be. But this whole thing about people compartmentalize their life, like, oh, the spiritual part of my life. What are you talking about, honey? It's all spiritual, everything. Well, it gives them, they could get away with things, It gives them loopholes. There's no loopholes. Okay, yeah, it's global now. It's all being a pioneer now. Respect the four elements. It's all simple. It's not rocket science. It's the secret of life is you don't die. That's the secret. That's the secret now. Aries, Aries, Aries. Eat more iron. Cook out of an iron skillet. You cry easy. A lot of Aries people, you know, you're getting rid of toxins. I love it. If you were an actress, you wouldn't have to pull a nose hair out of your to cry. I knew actresses who did that. Okay, anything else I need to tell you guys? Yeah, this is Major Arcana. It means it's timely. It's time for you all. So, keep that young kid in you before you got done, before they got into your brain and started running that egg beater around and scrambled up your mind. Become now the spiritual warrior. Be the peace, Jesus, the King of Peace, the Prince of Peace. Yeah, be the you could still be that warrior, but you know. Be the warrior. Keep your mind. The superheroes in the future. Pam Gregory quoted somebody that said, "The superheroes of the future are those who could keep their mind in a good place and keep it there, and manifest now, realizing we are co-creators of infinite power." Namaste. Um, yeah, Aries, this is your time now. Okay, and get follow your heart, the magnetic power of the heart, they're telling me. Okay. Yeah, the heart's our biggest magnet. At the core of the sun is iron. Iron is everywhere. And also, you share a thing with Scorpio because you both were ruled by Pluto, Mars, until Pluto came along, and then they gave up Scorpio to Pluto. But you Aries people too have a lot of this. What Pluto's about. As I said, Pluto's going to shift into Capricorn, from Capricorn to Aquarius only for like 90 days. Then it backs up again in September, October, November. We get Pluto doing this thing where we get that 29-degree Capricorn. So, all you Cancer, okay, well, let me cut the cards now and see what we get for. Yeah, we're doing all right. We've got a good half hour. Okay, Sister Gabby, thank you. Okay, so now we did Aries. Put a line through there. The other day I got a call. It was a tragic. I'll make it real quick. A young man was killed. An accident, and his family got a hold of me via a friend. It's a part of the American Indian community, which I would gladly friends of, and I have some many friends who are American and Native Americans. One especially close friend, and and uh, and I always say, after someone passes on, and the family member calls me, give them 30 days to pay, because as we know time, and then after 30 days we'll connect with them. But being, the family was suffering, so I immediately, it's funny, I was cooking for Gabby. She likes pastina and had just drained her pasta and letting it cool off, and I put it on bread for her, and she gobbles it up, and the phone rang, and it was these people telling me about this tragedy, and that had happened a few days earlier, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "Well, I'm not doing anything right now. I said, let me just see if everything's okay. You know, I doubt they got stuck between worlds, but let me just make sure. And sure enough, the guide came through, and it was the most wonderful. His presence was that of an American elder Indian. You know, oh, what a beautiful presence. And the first thing he said for me was, "Oh, wait, feed the bird." So I went in the kitchen to feed the bird and came back, and then I did this. And it was beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that, sir. I love what I do. I tell you, talking about multi-dimensional, but I've never had a spirit guide, you know. But yeah, that's what's around. That's what the universe is. The moral universe is love, man. That's the ultimate game. These guys playing the finite game, man. I feel sorry for you. I don't hate. I don't despise. I hate. I just really feel sorry. I pity. You know, pity. But I shouldn't. You know, I'm happy that they're going to evolve eventually in one of these lifetimes. Okay, so now let me cut the cards for Taurus. Okay, Taurus people, as I said just a few minutes ago, the 27th of this month, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. Jupiter's already direct 6 degrees, so on either early Taurus, late Taurus, you all now are, all planets are direct now for everybody. So it's all systems go. Okay, don't forget Venus rule. Are you having fun yet? Everybody's so hooked up, you know, and living in the material world. John Harrison, you know, is it George Harrison gets hung up in the material world? Yeah, we're living in the material world, but take time to smell the roses, man. Don't wait till the universe cripples you with some disease, and then you go, well, hindsight 2020, I could have had it for you know. Do it now, man. We're on the precipice of annihilation, you know. Dig where we're at, man. The hippies were right. And now I'm so lucky because all my friends, are, you know, the guys I had to play the straight game as far as looking straight, you know, to get gigs and acting and all that in New York City. But somehow, you know, I always tried to fit in with short hair. Even when I let my hair grow, I always tied it back. No, this is it. This is it. Okay, Taurus people. So it's the masses. Yeah. Okay, they want me to say for the United States of America, Taurus rules our fifth house. Uh, it's going to be next year, actually, when Jupiter enters Gemini. Uranus will be visited by Jupiter. That's going to be an amazing 11 year for the United States. And okay, and it'll be a 9 year completion year for the universe there. Okay, so here's something for Taurus people now. It's all about the youth. You know, the first 3 years of your life, man, the parents are either making or breaking the kid. And if you're probably older and in therapy now, it goes right back. Save yourself, you know, save yourself, cut to the chase. You know, only the weak can't forgive. That's an attribute of the strong. Look in the mirror now. Louise Hay. Louise Hay, you can heal your life. You know, someone told me once, a good friend of mine who lives in Walnut Creek, who I've known for decades, said to me once, you know, she did some research and there's a Louise Hay, because she knows how fond I am of the late Louise Hay. I took her classes with her at Fort Mason. Anyway, way back, and she said, you know, in Coral Gables, Florida, they're giving certification now. You could be a Louise Hay practitioner, certified to so many. Oh my God! And I bet they're totally not talking about cannabis. Louise Hay was all about cannabis as good medicine, you know. But she sold out. It's a long story. Anyway, yeah, something for the masses now. Time to, you know, these Venus can be lazy. Venus could be lazy. Get rid of the idea that if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Somehow we got this whole idea of a saintly a goal is hair shirts that itch and kneeling on corn and pain. And no, living a spiritual life of simplicity and like that. I'm looking for that book, Lean Forward. Lean Forward. Hope Leans Forward by Valerie Brown. A black woman in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, or somewhere in Pennsylvania. There, it's a wonderful book, and she's all about live a simple life, live a simple life. Okay, don't lose track of Venus. Keep Maxwell Parrish picture of the maiden on a swing. Remind yourself when you're rushing around and dig the journey, man. You are where you need to be. God knew exactly what he was doing when he placed you where you are. You blossom where you're planted. Get into the earth, man. Dig some weeds. Get all those. Yes, it's winter now. They want me to tell you now. Ether. Ether. How are you going to communicate better with the creator, ultimate creator of all the elements? Ether, the space element, is to live your life simply and right. Doesn't mean you could live grand, but I don't know. Figure it out. Okay, said enough. Said enough. Namaste. Namaste. And remind yourself, you took no vows of poverty in this life, but at the same time, the security of trusting, we're all learning or yearning for, what is it? Yearning for, what is it? What isn't there? We want the dead. What's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, anyway, we all want that one thing that's going to get us. There's no such thing. We're creative being. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think, is it predestined? Is it not predestined? I don't know. All I know is where I am now, and all experience I've had led me to believe I came back a second time in one life to do what I'm doing. Yeah, do what you love. And okay, so let me cut the cards for Gemini people now. Boom, 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 boom. What do you guys need to know? Okay. Mentally now, you can't be all over the place. You've got to be congruent. Okay. Yeah, here's the Gemini, and here's getting established with money. There's all these new ideas that haven't even taken form yet. We're seeing now, they want me to let you Geminis know, because the more you stop playing this ping pong with your own self, every time one gets a good idea, the other one says, "Oh, that'll never work," because one's afraid. He wants security. The security is in the insecurity and trusting God. What was that story about the saint who was destined to marry this old geezer with money? And she wanted to go to a convent, and her father said, "No, I'd rather see you dead." So she snuck away, and as she was walking her out the window, she said, "Oh, I got to go back. I left a penny there," and she heard God say, "Where is your faith in that penny?" She kept on going. These boots were made, these sandals were made for walking. She trucked on out. And everything happened. Everything just fell into place. So Gemini's, make a decision. Make a decision. Well, a lot of you guys, you've had a lot of money. You've had no money. You've never been poor. Start understanding. The peace of mind. That's the aristocracy there. So let me see, anything else Gemini people need to know? Holy Spirit, Great Spirit. Now, yeah, there's so many of you. You need to just you're at the helm. I don't believe in a sadistic, like this one astrological sign. No, you were given to Gemini because you came in this life to learn that this is the final frontier. So in this war on truth, it's time now to pick one of those twins, and that's the healthy one. And every time that other one comes in, it'll be hard until you flex that muscle, and finally the other one will just go into the background, And the good, yeah, you got this like two little angels there. You got the good one and the ball breaker. Okay, John, Donald Trump. Okay, and getting established with money. Yeah, there's going to be all these great ideas now. Everybody equally now. There could be money for everybody. Okay, let's go along here now. Goodbye, Geminis. I'm not Gemini bashing at all. You guys. I have an important planet in Gemini, but you know. Like I said earlier, I'm just thinking if there's anything I missed there. No, we covered it all. Okay, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, what do my Cancer friends out there need to know? Well, yes, that day I gave you there on the 20th, 19th, late at night, early 20th morning. You wake up Sunday the 20th. Uh, Pluto will have left Capricorn. So you guys are going to get around a month and a half of wow, where am I? This feels really, really good. And then it's going to be, hopefully, don't hang on to that because, I mean, hang on to that feeling because it really is all good. But remember, there'll be 3 more episodes where Pluto's going to go back and forth to that 29 degree. And just say to yourself, wow, yeah, what needs to be purged conscious collectively and personally now, what have I outgrown? What no longer resembles what it used to look like? My attitude on this and that. Like service is joy. We all came to serve, uh, and how can I individually, Cancer more than any other sign is totally so nurturing that seeing suffering is like, a heartache, and as I say, it always will be, but it keeps, again, that Christ energy will keep you so you won't lose heart. Wow, isn't that beautiful? So let me see what my Cancer friend needs to know. Friend, plural. Okay. Yes, my girlfriend. Yeah, you're the threefold riddle. Yeah, uh, surrounded by, all these people, indecisive. Look at this. She's got 1 foot in the earth, 1 foot solely on the subconscious, still in between worlds. Jump. Yeah, this is the angels now, giving you that push. Jump. Jump. Use your wings. You don't have to crawl. You know, yeah, yeah, 1 foot firmly in the subconscious. They're telling me now, this is coming from, soak your feet. I used to say back in the 60s, oh, go soak your head. No, they're telling me soaking your feet, getting a bowl of hot water, just, a little pail of hot water. And sometimes all the nerves, it's a whole thing now. There's a whole science on reflexology. I have books down the hall in the library, my little shelf down there. I'm rearranging bookshelves, and I picked it up on feed there. There's something about, and they even have these little roller things with, round wooden things that you can massage the body. Yeah, do that. Do that. Because we're going to all be stressed out. And you've got to keep your emotions all water size now. Find whatever works for you. Find any kind of little trick. I know this woman that just moved into this building is really working with quitting her addiction to tobacco. And I told her, smoke cannabis every time you want a cigarette. That's how I did it. And I'm just talking for myself. But then I also mentioned to her, don't worry, they'll quit you. That always gets through. But then I mentioned, get a box of cloves and suck on a clove, like they stick in hams. It calms your nervous system. It satisfies that oral satisfaction. A big problem for me when I quit cigarettes were what to do with my hands. I would sit and make hand puppets when I was watching TV at night because I would sit there and poison myself with tobacco when I was on self-destruction. Yeah, get whatever self-destruction, whatever pro-life attitudes there. You've had like a good over, what is it, 10, 15 years of Pluto and Capricorn to, really transform because it was an opposite. to your sun or whatever planets you have. Many people I know have a lot of planets in Cancer. So that's it with Cancer people. You are the threefold riddle. So when you're looking in the mirror in the morning, throwing your look together, ask yourself, okay, who are you, sweetheart? Come rain or come shine. I'm always going to be here for you. Yeah. uh, you the girl, you the man, Frank. You the man. We're filling your own name. You know. I got Ganesha. I found him in the closet. This doctor from India gave me that years ago, and I guess he was in suspended animation there. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay, when Pluto enters Aquarius, even though it might not, it might be like years away from being in opposition to your sun. Leo now is all about, like I said earlier, the only true aristocracy is the aristocracy of consciousness. So work on that. And let me see what my Leo friends need to know. Pick a couple of cards for you, Leo guys. Well, everything has got to be bigger than life in living color and, Cecil B. DeMille. Yeah, think about global. It's not a stretch for Leo people because everything's, oh boy, talk about the Queen of the Angels and take it. You're going to make it. You're going to get over to the other side there because we're going to need you people. Yeah, because you people are all about the heart. And it's all about the heart now. It's all about the heart. Uh, I think yeah, Pluto, the shift from top down to grassroots up. And that is an astrological shift that's been going on for ages, going back through centuries, particularly always when Pluto moves from 29 Capricorn to 0 Aquarius. Always has been the structure, the structures. The structure has been weak from the gate. So yeah, you're gonna make it. Just don't lose track of your inner self. Now's when that inner child of yours. I know that's almost cliche, but we all have this inner child. Instead of like saying to your inner child, "We're okay. We're gonna make it. We got it. We're with the flow, baby." No, it's like be afraid, be very afraid. No, no, no. Now's when you literally. And also celebrate this journey. Imagine what a bummer it must be, yeah, being alive, but knowing you're stuck somewhere. There's gonna be hundreds of years on either side before we're gonna get away from this age of dog eat dog. Life will continue, and I'm remaining forever an optimist, and I don't waste any one iota of my energy allowance trying to figure out how it's going to happen. I just show up for life, knowing, turn my life, God will be done. Like I said, a man can do as he will, but not will as he will. Thy will be done. Simple as that. That's all she wrote. Job will be done, and knowing that all during the day God's will, and if crap happens, remind yourself this is the mystery of how God works now. Patience is truly a virtue. I understand that more now because I see so many people. My own folly was being impatient. Okay, Leo, trust your heart. Before you go to sleep at night, go to sleep with your hand, especially whatever feels right for you. I always use my subconscious hand. That's the left side. On your heart. Oh, I was up in the hay and I bought this little satellite. What's it called? Yeah, it's supposed to neutralize energies now. Yeah, it feels good. Okay, let me see what I got for Virgo people. Virgo. Let's see what my Virgo people need to know. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pisces here. Well, Saturn's in Pisces. It's going to be uh, the Virgo full moon, February 24th, where the moon will be 5 degrees Virgo. But for now, all you Virgo people are dealing with. Let's see what I'm seeing here. Oh yeah, um, You got to ask. There's asteroids in opposition to Neptune. Yeah. So if your sun sign is Pisces, uh, a sun sign is Virgo, you've been dealing with. I always like to see that as the cheap date. That's the fun side of it. You don't need much. A little bit goes a long way. Like one little sip will do it. That's why we're seeing a lot of people in rehab now. Because I think with this Pisces, at the end of everything's really more powerful when something comes at the end of something. Oh boy, we gotta hurry up now. Okay, Pisces, water sign. Let go of the past. Don't cry over spilled milk. Pick up what you got going on emotionally. Clear over the river of sadness. That's the human condition. Get up to this castle. Live happily ever after. And love. Be in love constantly in that state of love. Don't look for love. Realize you are love. Love will find you. Get away with whatever obstacles you put in the way of keeping love away. Ah. People say, does he love me? Oh, do you love yourself? Okay, I'm closing that now. Libra, let's see what's going on. Libra, okay, now you've got to use that diplomacy and go opposite of what you would normally do. Get to that Aries. Get to that Aries. That's all she wrote. Because you guys analyze everything to the max. Do it. Just do it. If your gut tells you to do it, don't wait for your mind's the caboose, okay? All air signs, mutable, straight, cardinal, all mutable. Okay, Scorpio. Well, you love things intense. Couldn't be more intense now. Your ability to reinvent yourself is so important. Yeah, it's been rough. Yeah, you're still smarting from the last South nodes to Scorpio that just ended last year. Yeah, you're ready now. You are so ready. You probably are. Your ruling planet Pluto now is gonna definitely affect your true essence. Your the shadow, how like I said earlier, the holy terror thing. Yeah, so the peaceful transformer. Whatever word, help people reinvent themselves. That's what I'm saying. Gently and lovingly, let your true self hang out. Let your true self come out. Wear whatever you want, be who you want, just as long as nobody's getting and you're being true to your heart. It won't lead you wrong. Namaste. And forgive yourself for the past. You probably, if you lived a rich life, you probably did some things you totally regret. Forgive yourself, man. Woman. Okay, namaste. Okay, that's enough for Scorpio. Sagittarius, as long as you stop running roughshod over people. America's rising time is Sag. So it's interesting. It's going to be a couple of years, but we're already starting to realize the karma of running roughshod over everyone. Who's going to say anything? We get the president we deserve. So we deserve. If we didn't have Donald Trump, we'd have to invent him because he exposed our birth defect. Yeah, okay. Tiptoeing through the tulips here, getting past all the crazies now. Using that fire, that arrow, you have to shoot the arrow a few times. Every time life's pulling you back, it's going to catapult you forward. I don't know, that optimistic Sagittarius, get realized, optimism. What's the without optimism? Negative. We have to have negative thoughts, or we wouldn't appreciate optimism. Let me see this. I'm gonna pick one more card for you guys. Yeah, we're over. We're over. Your ruling planet Jupiter is all about truth, justice, and the American way. So definitely. Become this warrior of truth. Yeah, there's something about all Sagittarius, wherever I have Mars in Sag, and that's exactly what I've been into. Yeah, so they're telling me it's just not me and my Mars in Sag, but all you Sag people now. You need to be the movement. We haven't had a good movement like America's constipated. We need a good cleansing, a good movement. But there was the civil rights movement, the gay rights movement. Is there a movement now? No. Let's make it a truth movement. Okay, let me see what Capricorn's all about. Okay, this is the last, as I said earlier, what I said about Capricorn is going to be three. We got one on the 19th of this month, and then we get like until September when Pluto will be 29 Capricorn until November 3 times. But keep in mind now, Capricorn is the head of the goat in the fish body, represent the subconscious and the conscious. Here you are. Take yourself to the calmer waters now. Saturn will pick you up, spin you around, and put you down deeper in your own life. It'll take you out of one plea pen. I'm talking about Saturn because pretty much the structure of your life. Saturn's going to be forming a nice aspect to 0 degrees Aquarius. So yes, be aware. But once again, the structure need to go. You're being retrofitted. Do a dance, man. Stop being so serious. Serious, you're on the wrong path. Just do right. Don't give it a label. You want to be a do-right woman, be a do-right man. Okay, 2 minutes left. Aquarius, yes, now your time has come. Let me see 2 cards for Aquarius people. You're like the lights on the runway now. Just keep your sexual organs out of the cash register. So they're all about sexuality. I think they give Scorpio a bad name with sexuality, where I think all fixed signs, especially Aquarius, can have very much anonymous sex, even happy relationships, maybe it's, well, anyway, this kid's watching the show there. Yeah, this is your time now. And those of you who are really in touch with your heart and are part of the Aquarian age, no one gets left out, you're going to be empowered. Beautiful. And now, Pisces, last but not least, you're on the path less trod upon. You're special. And take good care of yourself. Most people are only in the present moment when they're eating or having sex. Make every moment that orgasmic joy. Did I say that? Okay, Gabby, say goodbye, honey. Yeah, you want to say goodbye, sweetheart? There's the girl. Well, I hope this show gets out for SF Comics people. If not, thank you, my YouTube people. I love you. And I'm working on it so you can leave me messages. I appreciate that. And thank you. Think love. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Bye, Gabby.